Welcome to Warren 2009 Fantasy Football, the show.
Holy balls!
balls, holy balls,
Big brown, oblongly shaped footballs.
crazy footballs for footballs. Hey, Lou, what's up?
Oh, hey there, man.
Dude.
I got a little asterisk butthole. I'm just gonna be walking around with in my real life avatar. We got a little asterisk.
Yeah, no,
I made the playoffs.
I'm in the
Fuck
playoffs,
you.
Congratulations, Lou.
Oh, it's been a 5-year dream in the making.
In the making. It's been a while for you. And you got it before the season ended.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Figured it out.
The rest of the league, we have some others who could not say the same. We had 2 more Sacco contenders decided.
Let's bow our heads and... fuck it. Let's read their name off here. Who also got snipped from many hopes of making $1,000.
He had our beliefs. He had us the whole season.
Yeah, we were there. We were right there with him, coddling him.
Yeah, it just didn't happen this year. Tickle my Pittman. You're going to be hopefully not tickling some Sacco.
Or tickling the Sacco.
And then the other team that got cooked is cooked.
Overcooked.
Okay, yes. Overcooked. Yeah, he definitely got overcooked.
Send it back.
Gentlemen,
overcooked, send it back.
We salute thee. And with that, we're going to move on. We got a fun-filled show today.
Yes.
It's going to be fun. The Statman returns. We have 3 guests joining us today.
Ooh, I wonder who they are. I'm just kidding. I know. We set it up.
Yeah, we set it up. It's going to be fun. But before we get to that, I'm going to actually start before the weekly recap.
Yes.
Told you guys, Robbie and I had a bet. Rest of season, OBJ versus Cooper Kupp. He allowed me to change the bet. Having a 1-week bet, just having a lot of fun. We both had to pick up some people because of injuries and COVID. The bet was Josh Reynolds against Minnesota versus Russell Gage. And who did Russell Gage play? I can't remember. All I know, Tampa Bay. Yeah, I'm against Tampa Bay.
Oh, yeah.
So I took the bet. I now have a habanero to eat. So, Lou, I'm going to ask you to read the weekly recap as I suffer through this.
Yes.
What happened last week?
All right. Last week, we had some big old juicy fatty numbers by the winners here. Wasn't really too much of a close week. My matchup was actually the closest. We'll get to that. Starting off, keeping his playoff dream alive. Off the rails of Crady Train, putting up 150 over Tickle My Pittman. We salute you 101. CMC can go fuck himself. Oh my God. Putting up the high score that last week. 177 over Mixing the Cup of Herbs, 123. Just One Coop and Tyreek Hill solidifying a bye week. 122 over Heine Can't. But back then he was Heine Can. Oof. 102. Dak Street's back. Also keeping his dreams alive. 148 over Cooked, ending his run. 101.
Yeah.
And then week 13, Gay something. Gay. Taking it down 138 over the Island of Misfits Toys, 116. And that was our closest matchup perhaps. I'm just doing quick math here. But yeah, not a whole lot of closeness. We all scored over 100 points. Well done, everybody. 101, 101, 102. Those were the lowest scores of the week.
Okay, still counts.
Y'all lost. My apologies. My condolences. Yeah, painting the picture. There are essentially 2 spots up for grabs.
Between like 4 or 5 teams, essentially, right?
Yeah, I guess in theory, yes. There's 4 spots open to 5 teams is what it really is, but really 4 of them are pretty on lock.
Pretty
And
on lock.
2 of them,
I can't.
of the 2, one is guaranteed to at least one of 2 people.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
It's crazy. I mean, essentially, this season has been crazy. I've seen teams put up 220 and teams put up 70. Point differentials are kind of big to knock some of those other contenders out, but this has been a really weird season. Anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
So that being said, we're going to go ahead and bring on an email from the stat man himself, Jonah Hill, Mr. Moneyball. Woo! He got us an email just yesterday, kind of breaking things down. Season long stats, kind of having a little bit of fun. Not naming names, but kind of just putting.
You can make a guess as to who you are, or you can look at the stats and decide for yourself.
All right, Lou, do you want to take?
Yeah, I'll kick it off here. So this is Jonah Hill speaking. He says, "I can't believe your season is coming to an end. It's been a wild ride, and Week 14 isn't going to disappoint. While technology, I'm sorry, well, I can read. I swear it's the glasses. While technically only 2 teams have clinched a playoff spot, Robbie and Louie. 2 more teams have clinched based on Week 14 matchups and points scored this season, Josh and Dale. The game with the most on the line is Danny and Eric, as the winner is guaranteed a playoff spot. Danny could lose and still make the playoffs, but he would need Chet to lose as well and not score 27.61 points more than Danny. With that said, below are some interesting stats to summarize the season as your league heads into the last week of the regular season." Oh, are you muted, bud?
Oh yeah, I was blowing my nose and such. I'll try to take over from here. QB play is down this year, with the season average being 23.3 points from the position. 12 times we have scored below 10 points from the QB position this year, and one was one of those was negative 2.6 points, 2.36 points in Week 11. Season high has been 52.82 points in Week 5. We may not have a 400-point QB team this year, as the high sits at 365 points. It'll be close. On the flip side, a team will not hit 275 points, as they only have 241 points and only average about 18 points a week.
All right, let's bring up the running backs. Running back, the RB average per slot is 14.16 or 28.32 per team. 9 times 10 points or less has been scored from a team's running back tandem. Season high is 71 points in Week 2, and season low is 4.9 points in Week 7. One team can score over 500 points from the running back position if they get 23.4 points this week, as they sit at 476 points. On the flip side, there's a team that won't hit 300, as they sit at 246.6 points.
Wah, wah. The running back position has scored more points than the wide receiver position this year, as wide receiver tandems average only about 25 points per week. Season high was 69.10 in Week 6. Woo-hoo. And season low was 4.10 points this week, or in Week 11. The wide receiver slot Wow, they average about 12.64 points. The first team eclipsed 400 points from the wide receiver position this last week, 424.4, and the second highest is at 363, almost 100 points, 80 points more. Gosh, lowest points is 255.
Average tight end points per team per week is 9.28. Only twice has 40 or more points been scored from the tight end position. With a new
Wow.
season high, new record this past week, 43.10. 40.2 moi, was the previous high that was set in week 5. Three teams have not scored 100 points from a tight end position, with 2 sitting in the 90s, and should eclipse that milestone this week. Lowest is 68.9.
That might be me. The flex position.
I think so.
I think so. The flex position has not produced as many points as the league would have thought. The flex tandem is only averaging about 23 points or 11.66 per slot. Season high was 59.8 in week 7, and the season low is 3.9 in week 9. Flex tandem, 11 times, less than 10 points have been scored via the flex tandem. One team has eclipsed the 400-point mark from the flex, 421.96. But the next closest sitting at 357. Wow. Lowest is 238.
Defenses average 7.32 points each week, and kickers average 8 points. Between the 260 slots, 15 times those positions have scored 0 or less points, and all 7 negative scorings coming from a defense. Only 3 teams have scored less than 100 points from the kicker position, while 5 are below that mark for defense. Highest defensive points are 131 and lowest is 64. I feel like I can be that 64. 2 teams have scored 123 points from the kicker position to lead the league, while the lowest is at 63.
With all that said, the league averages 127.84 points per team per week. 5 teams are above the average, with the largest points per team sitting at 136 per week. And the closest to falling below the average is 127.85. The lowest average per week is 113.
Oof. This is only the 3rd week your league didn't have someone score below 100 points. 21, yes. 21 of the 130 opportunities, about 16%. Scores have been sub 100 on the season. One team still has not gone below 100 points.
Your league is garbage at beating your projected points. It's terrible. Only 44 out of 130 times, or 33.85% this season, have you beat Yahoo's projections. One team has done this 8 times. Or 18.18% of the 44 beats. But that owner has only done it 2 times in the last 6 weeks. That is true.
Week 7, 4.93 points, and week 13, 7.32 points are the only weeks where the league average of bench points is below 10, with the season average being 14.93 points per team per week.
Chet beat the free agent team this week. Good job, Chet.
Way to go.
On the season, the free agent team would have 65 wins and 6 losses since week 7. The free agent team averages about 171 points the last 7 weeks, while your league averages 118.55 in that same time span. Good job, guys.
If your league was a best ball league, optimal points from your team, only 3 teams would have 1 more win, while 3 would have 1 more loss. While that doesn't sound like much over 13 weeks, the standings would be very different, and all teams but 1 would be in a spot for the playoffs. The alternate season will be tracked for your league, but below are the results. Basically, we can tell you that the only differential is...
Well, basically, here, I'll just list them off. So Robbie would be 9-4. I would be 8-5. Louie, you'd be 7-6. Danny would be 7-6. Chet, 7-6. Dale, 6-7. Matt, 6-7. Lyjack, 6-7. Eric 5-8, and Ranicky 4-9.
Oof.
As my boss Billy Bean said, when your enemies making mistakes, don't interrupt them.
Jonah Hill.
Thank you, Jonah Hill. It was nice to have you on the show once again. Boys, our teams this year, our season, our league was trash. What happened?
I enjoyed it. I think Robbie enjoyed it. You enjoyed it. Dale enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, asterisk.
Well, asterisk right here, man.
I'm having a great time.
Oh,
yeah.
Clinched.
He got the clinch. Yeah, so, I mean, I think with all the terrible scoring, it's definitely shooken up the league here. And it's kind of fun, though. 2 of the 3 teams that are very actively competing for the last 2 spots here in the playoffs, I think they started off teams 9 and 10, and they each didn't have a win for like 4 weeks or something like that. So
Yeah.
they turned the season around. Anything's still possible. With that being said, I think we're ready. Are we ready? Are we ready? Okay, so guys, it's the game of the week +1.
Plus one, a third wheel.
Third wheel. This week we have Louis. Who's the game of the week here? What do we got?
Game of the week is Eric v. Danny.
And we're bringing on Chet because why not? They're all competing.
They're all competing. All have a play of what's going on.
Yeah.
It's quite crazy, actually, in terms of the possible outcomes that can take
We're
place.
all having
here.
a great time. Hey!
I'm sure you guys have all done the math.
We're talking about possible outcomes here?
We're
Possible
talking about
outcomes.
Team X, Team Y, Team Z.
We might.
I've never seen this situation. We've got 3 teams going for 2 spots, and all of us are in a win and get in situation.
Yeah.
Yep. And there's a caveat where a losing team could still go in, provided X happens.
I just wish that could be my losing team. But
you got.
it can't
We were literally just talking though, Eric. You turned your season around. You started 0-4, didn't you?
Yeah, and if you take a look at the moves made, you might see how that happened. Just out there, just grinding on those boards, you know.
Grinding on the boards. How many moves did you have this season?
I think I had about 50.
Yeah, 51.
No.
51.
Shit.
What's your favorite one?
I made like 5 today.
Cordero Patterson is
Cordero
my
Patterson.
favorite move of all
Hell yeah,
time.
man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
The Kittle trade was pretty good, too.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Fair enough.
that's proved fruitful.
Yeah, especially this past week.
True.
So much fruit. My God.
I think it was because of the Kelsey matchup. He was trying to make a statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he saw Dallas Goedert, and he's like, nope. Can't have that happen.
I can't have that happen. And,
Yeah, right.
Speaking of transactions and moves, Danny, this is one of the few seasons where you spent a good portion of your fab before
I've
pro.
had to.
Yeah.
I've just burned through injuries, burned through shit players. Mike Davis, mainly.
Yeah. Allen
mainly.
Robinson.
Yeah. Allen Robinson.
Yeah.
I was looking at the waivers
listening.
today, and I was like, "Oh, he's there." I'm not touching him.
Yeah, no, he's not worth $1.
He was worth 2 of my moves. I made a couple moves on Allen Robinson so far. Yeah, I don't think he lasted a full week though.
No.
Which one was your favorite pickup, Danny?
My favorite pickup from my team, you mean?
For your team, what was your favorite pickup this season?
Was it the missile?
It's got to be Mitchell, yeah.
Yeah, the missile. Woo!
Well, Adrian Peterson's up there too, but practically speaking, Mitchell.
I remember getting that notification and just having a good chuckle. He's back.
He's
back home.
Kind of.
That's hilarious.
All right. So
Are we waiting
guys,
for chat or?
I was just about to say I have not heard from Chet this
Okay.
afternoon, and he's not on, so we might just move on.
Join. That's on him.
Scared. He's scared.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yes.
I think that is an exact message I got.
I'm scared.
I'm scared.
Yeah. Let's see if you guys could. Let's see if we could read it right there. I'm scared.
All right, let's press on without it.
All right. That speaks for itself. I'm just going to jump in. I'm sure you guys have already done the math, but just to get it out there, I'm just going to run through essentially 4 scenarios. If Eric wins, Danny loses, and Chet wins, Danny, you're out. If Eric wins, Danny loses, and Chet loses, Danny, you cannot lose by 27.61 points over whatever Chet does.
On the dot. Yep.
Eric, if you lose, you're out. If Danny wins, he's in. Chet
We're
wins, he's
hungry.
in.
We're not gonna lose.
Eric, you lose, you're out. If Eric loses, that means, well, Danny would win. And then if Chet loses, it doesn't matter.
So
Must win.
with all this craziness here at the bottom and how nervous I am, I can also finish 3rd place, which is kind of wild too.
Yes.
It's a tight,
yes,
it's a tight
you can.
season.
You'd have to score.
Well, no, I would just have to win, and Josh and Dale would have to lose.
That's
I don't
true.
have to outscore anything. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yep.
I was trying to think about how if you could like overtake.
No,
Like
that's a lot
yeah.
of points to
No,
make.
It's a lot of points.
I could very, very sharply fall from 3rd place. It could
Well, here's the other thing. Dale and Josh are technically not clinched. Like if
Josh, you could finish 6th.
No clinch.
if
No
Josh would have to be
clinch.
outscored by 232 points to fall out.
Hey, man, it's possible.
We've got an extra flex this year.
Yeah. If everybody and their mother scores 5 touchdowns, it's possible.
For now.
Just have a whole lot of Jonathan Taylors floating around.
That would be an all-time back 9 crumble on your
Oh,
part.
God. If I've ever seen that.
That happened.
I've just been clawing all year to try getting it back to 500 because I immediately lost 4 games and I haven't touched it since.
You're
All
on
right,
the
I got a
Oh,
question
so
for the
close.
2 contenders here. Have you done anything different this week to prepare? Like, are you wearing your favorite underwear? Maybe a lucky sock?
I've worn no underwear at all in
Danny's
preparation.
been wearing underwear because I've been wearing his favorite underwear.
So there you go.
He's getting in his head and in his briefs.
I'm really trying to see what it feels like to be Danny. You know?
Trying to get a feel.
I will say I made the Adrian Peterson move just for the good juju there, some history, and I haven't lost since. So what's that saying?
Bold statement. Bold statement.
Have you started him, or has he just been on your
No,
bench?
no.
Oh, okay.
How comfortable are you with the number of Titans that you have on your team?
Me?
Yeah.
I would say he's probably just as comfortable
More
with the,
comfortable. Well, no.
because
I
he's
have
got
a lot of Titans. I have a lot of Buccaneers, and I have
Yes.
a lot of Broncos.
yes. He's just going in on 3 games, man. That's,
Yeah.
yeah.
I get a couple bad game scripts this week. I'm toast. Although I'm not playing any of the Titans. Unless I have to.
Oh, well, you dropped so much on Julio Jones.
That's a stash.
That's a stash.
Oh, all right, easy, big shooter.
Already thinking for next year. Dude, you got to win this week.
Was anybody else in on the mad grab for defenses this week? I saw like 6 of them.
Took
got
whoever was
screwed up.
left over.
Yeah,
But yeah, were you guys
one
betting
of
in? Bidding in?
I got New Orleans.
I got the jump on him, I think, before Monday night. I did a little sneaky on you.
Ah, nice. That's always a good move. Always a good
Ooh,
move.
you pulled a sneaky?
Yeah, looking ahead. I did see you make
yeah.
I saw you had like dropped somebody and like you picked up the defense. I was like, I should look ahead too.
Golf clap.
You and me,
I
Luke.
bought it.
Do you guys remember, do we typically still have bye weeks in the last season or the last week of the regular season? I feel like I don't ever remember that before.
No, this is the latest bye week in NFL history.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
like
I just
I don't like it.
either.
I don't like it either.
No.
It's too weird to me. Like it's weird. Like you should have your full team in terms of fantasy for like the last 2 to 3 weeks. I feel like just to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that
Hey,
was
here's
the
what you
NFL
got to
rules,
do.
that's not
Go
much.
do it. It's
Like, if
so
I
weird how
was-
they spread it out because like then week 7 and week 6 and 5 were just like so many teams.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
And those
you got like
teams,
2 teams this week. It's like what?
yeah, they played 13 straight weeks, like no break. All of them just going down like flies for Miami. It's just kind of funny.
Some bullshit.
But all right, guys, we'll jump into it since there is no chat. We'll go right into the pick'ems for the matchups. Louis, do you have a matchup you want to start with?
Yeah, let's start with Josh and mine.
Oh.
The battle for bye week. Here
Yeah,
we
this
go.
is-
Battle for bye
winner-
week. Louis,
winner's
congrats, by the way, on the
Almost
clinch.
guaranteed a bye week. Well, if I win, I'm guaranteed. If you win, you have to outscore. I mean, you have enough points. Never mind. I
Why
think
didn't you pick up Osborne or Guyton for your
me?
Yeah, for your injured wide receivers?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Quick glance, you've got an empty spot on your roster.
that's
Not a
because
good-
Mike Williams was in close contact with Keenan Allen.
Probably
So
Keenan,
then
yeah. that
I went
motherfucker.
into panic mode where I picked up, I don't know, Palmer and then even the tight end. And then I was like, David Montgomery's like got a whole list of things wrong. I should see if
Yeah.
Khalil's out there. And then he was. I thought he was going to be on waivers still, but I grabbed him.
Well, he's projected 1.38,
Well,
so
Well, that's because Monty is still in. But if Monty doesn't play, then Khalil obviously is the
There you
the
go.
play. But no, I
who is
wasn't.
your play right now?
I really wasn't interested in Osborne or anyone else on the Minnesota. I think Justin Jefferson can handle the job by himself. Thielen was just really good around goal line.
That's true.
But otherwise, I was really happy that Keenan Allen probably wasn't going to be playing because that meant Mike Williams and Austin Eckler are just going to get 60 points apiece. But now Mike Williams not playing, so that means Eckler is going to finish with 100 points.
That's
So,
good.
Keenan
but he's
might
also
play,
questionable now. It's like, what the fuck? My team is just breaking.
though.
Long season.
Give me the bye week. Thank you, Louis. I appreciate you.
So first glance,
Josh's
I
team
mean,
is really getting healthy at the right time.
yeah.
It's the very last week. Because I just saw Mark
And-
Ingram has COVID and
He's
And
got
then
some
they
good matchups
made
this week, too.
Kamara healthy. I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Oh, there he is.
Hey,
Oh, about time. Josh told
I
us
was
you
going
were
to be
scared.
fashionably late.
Fashion to be late.
Bringing it
Old-fashioned.
old-fashioned, I see.
Yes. Welcome,
I completely didn't have my ringer on, and I was like, oh, shit.
We saw the text chat. We know what's going on.
Jack.
I just
That's
want to
the
make an
young
entrance because I'm going to probably make a pretty swift exit.
You say that after a 177 week performance.
Yeah, that's how you know I've peaked.
A week too early.
Right,
Yeah,
Chet, just to
Chet,
bring you
wait,
up to
let's
speed,
match up
we
on
were
going
talking
with-
about – oh, sorry. Just to bring you up to speed, we're talking about Josh's and mine's matchup for the week.
Ah, gotcha.
I think I vote
You know,
for Josh, to be
I'm
honest.
going Josh, too.
That's the first time you guys haven't voted for me. That's fine.
You have an empty spot. Can't do it.
For the time being.
Yeah, I'm going Josh, too. His team is built for this, it seems like. Even if you take Tyler Lockett out of the equation, still got it.
He'll take himself out of the equation, too, is the nice thing.
That's about right. Yeah, I'm just happy to have the squad back. It's like the first time since week 8.
I like how your bench is like all the backups to your team.
I had,
He doesn't
I
want
had
to
to do
deal with any more injuries.
yeah, I had to
Can't
do some
derail him.
repair work through the season. I don't want to do it again.
What'd you do on
I
bye
appreciate it.
weeks?
What's that?
What'd you do on bye weeks?
A lot more repair work. It took some effort. It took a lot of effort. I lost some games. It was a problem. But thanks, boys. I appreciate it. I'm going to go me too. Let's go. Bye.
Whoa. Louis?
Clean
Oh,
sweep.
I'm picking me because this is like my first chance at getting a bye week ever in this league.
Sometimes we can be too rested, though.
Yeah,
That's
that's
it.
Chet.
I've been there.
Learn from Chet.
Learn from Chet. we'll move on here, guys. Let's go to the other game that probably doesn't matter as much. The Island of Misfit
Yeah, this one
Toys
doesn't
and-
matter at all.
Yeah, we should
Tickle
have done
My
that
Pit.
first.
My bad,
Get
guys.
through the chaff.
Possible preview of the Sacco Bowl?
I was thinking the same thing.
Could be.
A Scott Sacco Bowl.
No, I don't think Scott's going to lose this one.
It's a smart play. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I was a
let's
bet man,
see.
I bet Scott comes out on top.
Oh, big time. The original
I'll double
Scott.
down
I'm going Tickle My Pitman. I haven't
Oh.
changed my decision.
Okay, so Louis just knocking that out of the way right away. Okay. Now let's break down the game, even though we don't really have to.
What's there to talk about?
I lean Ranicky, I think.
Okay.
I'm going with the Pittman myself.
Yeah, me too. Scott's got a lot of names that aren't necessarily performing that well, mostly DK.
Yeah. Yeah, that's rough.
That's been good. Kyler's been good too, but Ayuk's in there.
Scott
I just feel like
goes as Deebo Samuel goes, though.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
What about good?
I would like to go back week by week and look at every one of his wins and take a look at what Debo did in those weeks, because I imagine the correlation there is pretty high.
Oh,
Pretty-
anytime
oh, yeah.
Debo put up 40, it was an instant win for Jack.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
And it
Plus
started
the Mahomes-Kelsey combo there, I feel like you can always get a pretty solid week there. So, yep, I'm leaning
Well,
Pittman.
not always. A lot against me, but there's some bad weeks.
Okay,
I think-
that's hat.
I think Ranicki's tight end position right here just kind of speaks volumes about how
Wow.
Yeah, oof,
How-
that's-
how much misfit his team is at the moment. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the sponsor of Go Sports Media. Thank you, sponsor Pittman. Pittman. All right, next game, Lou, pick it.
Oh, to the other one, I guess it doesn't really matter so much. Cook versus Heine Can't.
Hmm.
And I don't think Heine Can't is he's going for the most tight end starts.
Holy shit. What's he doing?
That's wild.
oh
Doing-
my,
Starting 3 tight
that's
ends.
got to be a first, right? I've seen 2.
He's
I'm
got
going to
no
go with
starts
Heine
and
Can't
hits.
just for style points alone.
Nope. They're 3 pretty decent
Oh,
tight ends,
it's-
though.
Gotta be style points. I mean, Jamar Chase is on the bench.
This also explains Scott Ranicki's situation a little bit more.
Yeah. Dale's hoarding tight ends.
He's probably trying to get lined up into the bracket to play against Robbie.
Smart.
Could be
I think I'm
thrown
going to go with Matt on this one.
Hmm.
as is, sure.
Yeah, as is, sure, yeah.
I feel like, yeah, both these teams have really good players and then just gaping holes, it seems like.
Yeah.
I can't pick a 3 tight end team either. I will also go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That was a
can't
big
do it.
factor for me.
I want to go with the 3 tight end team just because who would have
Don't see
ever
it
thought
done.
we'd see the day?
I'm gonna go with the 3 tight end team.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it. Let's just have some fun. Matchups are pretty good too. So, all right, we'll move on. CMC can go fuck himself versus just one
Damn
Coogan. Tyreek Hill.
Who needs him?
Who needs him? All right, now it's getting juicy. Robbie's already got the playoff spot.
Chad, have you ever heard of the
This-
Ewing theory?
The what?
The Ewing theory?
I have not.
Which is like when Patrick Ewing left the Knicks, they got a lot better. They lost their best player and they got better. That's you.
Okay. That's me.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh,
I have been on a little
that
run.
is
I
true.
am better without him.
That is
I think
true.
I've won more games without him than I've won with him in my starting lineup.
He was a cancer.
Got to get rid of
Who
him.
is a cancer?
God.
Are you going to keep him again?
I don't know. I wanted to drop him just so there would be no temptation.
He's got you on the hook.
Yeah. But then I look at the rest of my team. I guess like Waddle would be a good keeper, but because I think I drafted Deontay Johnson pretty high.
Oh, and he's on bye week this week. That's right.
This is good.
Yeah.
This is the kind of dialogue
So
I like to
dumb.
hear already.
I'm already bowing out.
So this matchup goes to my earlier point with the bullshit about the bye weeks being this late.
Yeah.
Robbie doesn't have Jonathan Taylor,
That's a
doesn't
great
have his
thing.
defense, doesn't have a kicker. I feel like I gotta go Chet on this one.
Ooh, that's probably hard for you to say, huh?
I don't like it.
I
I
think I could still get in the playoffs if Danny loses and I lose, but I get 30 more points than Danny in a
Yeah.
losing
Yep.
effort.
27.61.
We had a whole segment on it already. You were late.
Yeah, I was doing the math. It just took me a little longer. If there was a week for me to beat Robbie, I feel like this is it. No defense, no kicker, especially no Jonathan Taylor.
And he's playing Jermichael Hasty.
He's
I
playing
feel like
Hasty.
the Stars have aligned for just a very, very big upset for me to be like, I had it all and I lost it.
MVS is in the second flex spot. He's just having a rough week with those bye weeks. I'm gonna go Chet.
I am as well. I think it comes
Cool.
down to our game of the week.
Clean sweep.
Woo!
Sweet.
I don't like that. Don't like that.
Are you scared, Chet? Are you
I'm
scared?
very scared.
All right, here it is. Game of the week. Jackson's back off the rails of the crazy train. Who's gonna get in? Who's going home?
I'm nervous.
Yes.
That's all I can say.
This is like the best game of the week all year.
So yeah, like there's a
When you
lot
don't
on the
wanna
line
be a
here,
part
but
of.
also it's like a really solid game of the week if you look at like all the projected points versus like
it totally is.
everyone else in the league. So
Yeah.
I feel like for me a big factor is if Keenan Allen plays or not, because my flex thins out quite a bit.
I think you have a lot of
Can't
questionables.
go.
I would like to
Elijah?
see Keenan Allen not play and Melvin Gordon play, and I think I'm
I was just going to say, Melvin Gordon's got his hip ball better now already.
I might put Adrian Peterson in before Melvin Gordon. That would be
Melvin Gordon's coming back just to spite Javonte Williams. He's like, oh, we can't let that happen again.
they cannot give Melvin Gordon the ball back after that week.
Yeah, like, oh, you lost your job, bud.
Oof, against Detroit, too, to see them both put up 10 points each.
Oh, that would
50
hurt.
yards, 50 yards.
Went right down the
That's
middle.
exactly what they did all year.
On the other
No
side of the
bonuses, no nothing.
Do we think Elijah's going to play?
I think it will.
I don't know.
So he is in concussion protocol, but he played. He came back in the game after he got hit.
You're not supposed to do that.
Then he started
Yeah.
feeling bad. Yeah,
That's
he
the
started feeling bad
setback.
after the game, so I think he'll be fine.
The setback happened.
Or
and
was he just,
happened.
like, confused enough to think he was all right?
I'm fine with it either way.
Eric,
Whatever happens.
how happy are you that Josh Allen is playing in Tampa and not Buffalo this week?
Yeah, that's tough
Josh
too.
Allen has yet to have a game that wasn't raining all season.
At least he threw the ball more than 3 times.
That's true. That is true.
Clank right off of Stephon Diggs' wide open hands.
Oh,
That was a tough one. I lost in my other league because of that. I lost by 4 points, and Stephon Diggs was the only one that was playing, and I was like, you son of a bitch.
Oh,
That's
my
rough.
God.
I love it. I mean, Eric, your team is run heavy but run strong. Like, holy
Run
shit.
heavy, run strong. I
Fournette,
feel like quarterbacks
Eric's
are pretty
playoffs
even.
started last week
Yeah.
when he had
That's
to get
true.
that.
Yeah, that's true. I think I'm on a 2 or 3 game win streak, so whenever week that was.
Yeah, that's when your playoff run.
I've been must win for a while.
Yeah, pretty much. And you have been. Makes it interesting. New Orleans against the Jets.
I'm
Yeah.
almost nervous to pick a winner for this one. This is gonna
I would say we're just, we're kind of just hungry and we're tired of being looked down on, and I think that's going to be big for us this week.
Oh boy, I'm gonna pick myself
There you go.
because I have
You got
to.
you.
I'm going Crady train.
I'm not going to not pick myself in a game to get
Solely
in.
because George Kittle is going to put up another 50 points.
Yes.
I gotta go.
So much damage.
I gotta go the Crady train too. I think the injuries will hurt you. It's not for the lack of talent. It's just the injury is going to destroy you. Both of those guys are going to go out.
You think both aren't playing?
I think so.
And you don't like the prospects of Melvin Gordon and potentially Julio Jones popping in there? Or Jarvis Landry, maybe?
You said you were playing Julio.
I said if I don't have to.
Oh, if you don't have to. Oh,
That's
okay.
a different situation if I have to. Maybe Jarvis Landry. That's a fun one.
Have fun with that dart throw. Let's see. Chet. You were going. Okay, it was Louis. Louis. What you got? You got to pick something.
I'm going to say this. I really want Danny to win because Eric's team to me is more scary, like to be in my side of the playoffs. But who do I think will win? I think it's going to come down to this. Eric wins, Danny loses, Chet loses scenario where we have to look at the points. But I did pick Chet to win, so I don't know.
You want to change that now?
Man, this is tough. I'm going to go Danny just to kind of sit in his corner.
Thanks, bud. I appreciate it.
Track record.
I needed it.
Yeah, he's been there for Lyjack all season, so he'll be there for you too.
Eric's got a couple Monday night guys going that could play big for me.
Oh, that's fun.
You want that?
Watch him not have to start any of them.
Yeah, or I'll be up like 50, and the curse will reverse to me, and they'll put up like 30 each.
Yeah. Put up 58.
That's not bad.
I've also been checking Taysom Hill every day for like the last 2 weeks to see if he would go back to QB tight end.
Holy shit. You never have a chance at
my hopes were high.
You still got time.
Yeah, but I got 0 fab.
Watch them announce that.
That's why you can't get a defense.
11:59. They'll announce it at 11:59 on Sunday.
Oh God, yeah, Chet.
Yeah, it was rough today. Waking up to that. I've never put in 5 waiver claims for 5 different defenses.
How much were you under on all of them?
All of it.
Yeah, but how much? I mean, were you bidding?
I was reviewing like your like the entire last month of your attempts of trying to get defenses on waiver, and you've struck out every single time.
It's been a rough road. I got rid of New England too. Like that was a mistake. Should have trusted the process.
I did as well. I had New Orleans. I had New England. Yeah, I've had them.
Yeah,
I've had a different defense every week though.
I think I drafted them, and I was like, son of a bitch.
I will lose.
I feel like everyone gets into that situation in a season where they just start streaming defenses.
Yeah,
because at some point you got to make a move if they have a bye week.
If you can.
If you can.
Pretty tough. When you strike out 5 times in one day.
I mean, Chet, you still got Houston's defense out there, man. They're still sitting there. You can
possible. Yeah,
tempting. Very tempting. Well, guys, any last words? Any last prayers you want to say live on camera?
I'll keep my prayers to myself. You wouldn't want to hear them.
No bulletin board material.
So this is it. Wait, Louis, you picked the corner. All right, this is it.
Yep.
There's no going back now. Whoever ends up in the Sacco tournament, you'll be fine. It's going to be fine.
Look at the other competitors.
No one ever wants to
that evil on
get to that point, though.
Yeah, I know.
Anything can happen in a 2-week span.
Just take a breather.
Does the Sacco playoffs start? Is there a bye before the first game?
I think, because I think the final Sacco game is normally the same week as the championship, so there must be a bye.
So we can think.
So you get a week to think about what you've done.
You got a whole week to
watch
look at
your
all the
team
points you would have scored.
I was going to say, and
either
watch your
be
team
thankful
absolutely
or
go off and not get
so
any of it.
Yeah.
I think for a while there, the curse was whoever scored in the Sacco tournament, whichever one of the 4 scored the most on that bye week where nobody was playing, ended up losing.
It was like a couple of years in a row that happened.
It was like 3 or 4 years. It was.
I had put up the most points in 2 years ago and ended up winning in the Sacco. I didn't lose. I didn't become the Sacco.
I think you were the one who broke that, but it was going for quite some
But then
time.
you got your comeuppance soon.
Yeah.
And then the next year, was like, whoa.
With a
Remember last year?
200-point Christmas game, yeah. It came back and hit you like a truck.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us. Good luck.
Sure. Thank you.
Have a lot of fun. Don't drink too much if it doesn't go your way.
Go sports.
Go sports, guys. As always, go sports.
Thanks,
Nice.
guys.
Yep.
Bye, guys.
It's always funny to see the sign-off face.
Oh. Picking the nose. Yeah, I got this. There it is. This is it. This is it. Week 14.
Wow.
Anything could happen except Brannicky, Lyjak, or Matt making it into the playoffs. But aside from that, everything's possible.
Anything is possible.
Louis,
Yeah.
in the battle for the bye week, good luck to you, sir.
Good luck.
Good luck. Good luck. Good luck to you all. And, as always,
Go.
Bye.
Sports.